Today I announce my informal intentions to run for mayor. Before I take questions, I want to take a moment to share with you who I am as a person, my experience as an alderman, and what I've been doing for the last 2.5 years. Now I plan to earn your respect and trust as the next mayor of Calgary. My parents instilled in us an attitude that you never give up and you always keep moving forward. These values have served me well over the last few years. For a lot of people, the last 3 years in Calgary and the world have been some of the hardest in recent memory. Bringing back memories for me of the early 80s. My father owned a small business and through tough times lost it. He said to all of us, I may not be able to give you an inheritance, but I'll give you something much better, and that's a work ethic. Despite setbacks, he encouraged us to give back to our community throughout our lives. 3 of my 4 siblings chose to give back by becoming police officers, while I chose to serve through municipal government. It was an honor to have served on council for 2001-2007, those 2 terms. As a police commissioner, I made public safety my #1 priority. We provided funding to increase funding for police officers. We introduced beat cops to downtown. We brought in the bad behavior bylaw to help officers get the tools they need to keep us safe. And finally, we initiated the Plus 15 and LRT safety audit. But I was also concerned about taxpayers receiving value for money. And as chair of OFF through 2002 and 2007, we introduced Calgary's first independent city auditor. We initiated the whistleblower program to protect those that wish to come forward to report any fraudulent actions by employees or the public. We worked hard to maintain a city that balanced affordability and sustainability. And I might add that on that council, I was proud to work with a team that made sure taxes did not go over the rate inflation, nor do we have any operational debt. The last 3 years has seen a council that has lost touch with the people they were meant to serve. While most Calgarians were concerned about job security or pay cuts, council voted themselves a 5.5% raise. They built and designed a bridge without due process, and quite frankly, justification during a worldwide economic crisis. They introduced parking fees at the transit parking rides. This is a tax against those with low income, as well as a tax against those trying to do the right thing. We have some of the highest parking rates in North America in our downtown. And this is making our downtown unaffordable. It's also unaffordable for businesses to be attracted, to be retained downtown, to keep it a safe environment place. At the same time, council tells us that we want a walkable city, but they won't plow the streets when it snows. In the last 3 years, City's council's budget has went from the rate of inflation with no operating debt to 3 times the rate of inflation. And an operation deficit, if not checked, will be around $200 million in the next 7 to 10 years. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a recipe for double-digit taxes for a long time. We need someone that will get this budget back on track to the rate of inflation by balancing today's wants with tomorrow's needs. We live in a great city, and it's poised to be a world-class city. But to be a world-class city, we need 2 ingredients. It needs to be safe and it needs to be vibrant. We are a growing city. We need a plan that balances sustainability and affordability. The city needs to offer Calgarians viable alternatives to the single-car vehicle. But we have to ask tough questions. And that question to me is how and what do we invest in to maximize mobility? I will work with Calgarians to establish a vision based on open communication, building consensus, and commitment to action. Through this process, we will create a plan that will offer solutions to make today's challenges tomorrow's opportunities. I look forward to meeting Calgarians over the next 5 months to earn their trust, their respect, and on October 18th, their vote.